Hey everybody, Captain Dave Schneider, It's a Guide's Life. Here we are in my boat in the boat slip as the evening sun falls. How can it be poetic? What can only be described as an unbelievable hot sticky day. But anyway, here we are. And guys, I'm really excited. We hit 1,700. Woohoo! So at long last, we have our 1,700 giveaway. I've got a box of goodies to send out to one of you guys. And to one of you guys specifically is Michael Russo. Michael, congratulations, man. And I so much appreciate your kind words and your comments and whatnot on your entry. This was, guys, I select these things. It's absolutely a draw. I have everyone who's qualified for the drawing, and the computer just selects somebody. And so it's I try and be as absolutely as fair as I can be. But at the end of the day, man, Michael Russo. Michael, I need you to shoot me a text. My number will be down in the description. I'm just incredibly excited to hit this point and hit this milestone. I'm going to just keep pounding away. So I appreciate that, Michael. Congratulations. We got to win a chicken dinner. I don't know where I ever got that from, but something I say all the time. Actually, I think I knew though. The first time I ever heard that was from a guy named Steve McCourt. He and I taught next to each other up in Alpena. I don't know if Steve's watching now, but shout out to you, Steve, if you are. But I do have some other things too that I want to talk about, trying to make sure I'm in focus here. I do have some other things that I want to go over today. I've got several questions from subscribers, and I want to answer some of that stuff on camera. So let's jump into some of that. Again, congratulations, Michael. I need you to get me your text me your information, your shipping address and whatnot, and I'll get this package of goodies sent out to you. But a couple of questions, things that people have been asking me about, and I want to go over some of that stuff right now with you. Guys, the first question I actually want to address is one that I just received. One of my subscribers, and I know Alex. His name is Alex Mutt, and Alex is he lives down here in South Florida. Actually, he's part of the Roland Martin Marina crew. Alex and I haven't really. I don't know Alex to sit and talk, and we've never really shared a drink together or anything like that. But I do know that he fishes hard down here, and he asked me a really good question. I'll jump on that one first. Alex asked me, he wanted to know what Hector and some of the other guys who have kind of mentored me as a YouTuber, he wanted to know what were some of the things that they've turned me on to. And first and foremost, I'll tell you that if you're a YouTuber, you need to watch YouTubers. But here's the thing, I don't watch a lot of YouTubers that just YouTube the same things I do. I don't watch a lot of fishing YouTubers. What I do is I watch YouTubers that kind of inspired me personally, and the one that and I want to make sure I get this right here. I'm going to put these names actually in the description of the video here so that you guys have them. But and I'm going to make sure I get this name right too, because I've watched 3 of his videos since Hector left. But this guy is a big time YouTuber. You may even know who it is. I mean, when I say his name, but his name is Casey Neistat. And Casey, let me get it up here because I want to make sure I get this right. Casey is let me see the spelling I have on his name is Neistat, Neistat, and Casey is huge. He's a big time YouTuber. He's a big time photographer and video producer and movie maker, and he does some spectacular work. The kind of stuff that really inspired Hector. I've been watching I totally understand why Hector is so enamored with him. What I love to do, Alex, and for the rest of you YouTubers out there, what I like to do is I watch these videos, and then I ask myself immediately, what part of this could I add to my videos? And when you start watching YouTubers like this, you're looking at stuff that's going to increase the photo quality, the lighting, the production quality of your stuff. It also gives you great ideas. I know that I had somebody recently ask me where Captain Fussy Pants is, and Captain Fussy Pants is going to be here tomorrow because I've got a little something that I'm going to go over with trials and tribulations of the last couple of weeks here, and old Captain Fussy Pants, I'm sure, is going to have something to say about that. So the first one, Alex, is Casey Neistat, and I'll put his information down. Another guy that I really like and I really watch a lot is his name is Peter McKinnon, and Peter's also a filmmaker of YouTube, a YouTube vlogger, and he actually is the one that turned me on to where I get a lot of my music from. And he's actually the one that I mentioned, Captain Fussy Pants, because he's the one that actually did the old two people on the same frame thing, and I looked at it and went, oh my gosh, I think I could do that right now. And I really did it that night. And so those are the kinds of things, Alex, that when I'm looking at other YouTubers, those are the kinds of things I'm looking at, is what is stuff that I can do these guys work so much with transitions and editing and whatnot, and I think that's such a big component of the videos. I'm trying every day to get better and better and better, and those are some of the ways that I do it. So Alex, great question, and I hope that response helps. All right, so that's one. I got a comment from Billy P too. Billy, I appreciate, you're right about the current on Okeechobee. When they start moving water, or when the wind starts blowing and it starts to move water, it changes things dramatically. I'll tell you, when it gets real still and it's just stifling hot, the fishing is brutal. But I mean, you can always beat around and get them, here and there. But when they start moving, whether they're pulling current or whether they're pushing water out or whatever, if it starts moving in the rim ditch, it's going to turn it on a little bit. Same thing on the lake. If the wind starts blowing and you get wave action, you get into some areas where the wind just kind of necks, or the landscape kind of narrows down a little bit, it'll push that way too, and that can again be a really good situation in what otherwise might be a really tough a tough way to fish. Oh, Jay Berg. Jay, you were asking me about, you've got a fishing event coming up north for some smallmouth, and you were asking about Elk Lake. I used to live on Elk Lake, man. We're talking a long time ago, but I used to live on Elk Lake, and in fact, I will tell you, Elk Lake got a lot of steep drops and breaks and things like that. You want grass. You need to find the grass. The smallmouth, the big smallmouth especially, are going to be on the outside edges of the deeper grass lines, and there's a lot of that in Elk Lake. Lake Skigmog, which is there's a Lake Skigmog is an attaching lake on the south end of Elk Lake, and where they come out now, you're going to have an area where the Torch River, I believe it's the Torch River or Crooked River. The Crooked River goes north out of Lake Skigmog. There's a lot of trees and things like that in the water there, but there's good grass lines on the topography. If you look at your topo maps and find the big breaks, look for grass, man. And that's the best advice I can give you. Every big smallmouth that I've taken in the last couple of years, it has been in these deep water grass lines. In fact, it was mid-August when I caught that 8.4 last year. So that would be my recommendation, Mr. Berg, and I hope that helps you. Gunner Outdoors, 207. Gunner's asking me, we're talking about different line types and whatnot, and he asked me about copolymer lines, and he commented that I don't really mention those very much, and that's true. I try not to talk about things that I really don't know anything about, and I probably should know a little bit more about that, Gunner. But my only experience with copolymer lines is years ago when they first came out, and what I had found, one of the problems with it, and I'm sure they've corrected this because we're talking 20 years ago, but if you got a nick in the outside coating of your copolymer line, it broke really easy, and that was kind of a knock on them back then. But I'm gonna follow up and say once again, I don't use copolymer lines. There's no specific reason why. I just have found that the heavy the fluorocarbon, the monofilament, and the braid have just been all I ever really use or need. So I'm sorry I don't have anything more to say about that, but I didn't want to ignore the question either because I like the questions and I appreciate that. So if anybody wants to chime in, if anybody has anything they want to say about copolymer lines, we've got Gunner's attention, man, and so that would be cool if any of you guys have anything you want to add to that, or maybe a suggestion about a type of line. Maybe I'm missing the boat on this. Maybe there's something I should be looking at, or maybe looking at what I'm doing. What I'd like to know is if somebody uses this stuff, what I'd like to know is what's the situation where you use it. Do you use it? I mean, does it float? Does it not float? All those kinds of things. So help me, guys. I'm putting a shout out to you guys on this one, and let me know what you find out. Hey, you guys are funny. I want to just shout out and say, hey, Paul Kirk. Paul left a text message, or left a message on the video the other night and said, hey, Captain Dave, I just wanted you to know I was watching this video in the moment. So I really like that. I like that a lot. Listen, let's do this. Let's do this. I've got a few more questions to dig out and get through, but let's put a head on this thing right now. I've got some fishing from last night. Actually, man, we got out last night. We caught 11 fish. We had one almost 6 pounds. It was all shiners. It was all shiners last night. And in fact, it's the first shiner trip I've had since I got back to South Florida, and we had a good time. A husband and wife out of the Miami area. Doral, someplace like that. But anyway, so I'm gonna put up some of that video for you here and show you just a few of the fish catches and some pictures. So we had a good time with that. I'll throw this up. But let's do this. Let's go tomorrow. I want to do a question and answer tomorrow. So do me a favor and watch the video tonight. Throw up a question that you would like me to answer on air, or in front of the camera rather, and I'll do that. Anyway, just as a recap real quick, Casey Neistat, Peter McKinnon, two of my big-time vlogging heroes, if you will. Heroes. I've been watching their stuff extensively. Also, by the way, if you're wondering about the sound thing that Peter McKinnon turned me on to, it's called epidemicsound.com. There's actually a subscription that you pay, and you get all that music you've been listening to on my videos and such. It's all duty-free. Well, I pay the subscription, but then I have access to just tremendous amounts of information, tremendous amounts of music, every sort of sound effect you could ever want or hear. So I'll throw that one in the description as well. Guys, if you like the video, do me a favor, go ahead and hit the like button. So proud to be at 1,700. It humbles me to be a part of this process. Guys, we're building a fire. Keep sharing. And keep getting people. Guys, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Click on the little bell there, and you'll find out every time I get a video up. It's Captain Dave Schneider. It's a guy's life. It's a great life, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Thanks.